Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Alexa prediction. This time we're doing the House map in January 2024. So the election is just 10 months away for the House elections, and let's just get right into it. So the first state we're going to look at is Louisiana. It's very likely that the Louisiana map gains a seat for the Democrats. I'm putting this as a lean blue seat for now. So even though it's majority minority, they could still draw a competitive House district in Louisiana. Going to North Carolina, they have one competitive seat because they gerrymandered the state. And I have this seat as a lean Biden district, so it's going to be a narrowly Biden one district. And incumbency advantage will definitely help out Don Davis here as long as black turnout is good in the state. New York's up next, and they're getting a new House map. So, again, there's a lot of competitive districts on this map. It really depends on how aggressive Democrats go here. I think they're at least going to go somewhat aggressive. Maybe they won't go as aggressive as upstate as they are going to be downstate, but I think they're going to draw out the Staten Island district, pair it up with some blue parts of Manhattan instead, which would definitely shift it to a likely blue margin or so, drawing out the Republican representative here. In New York's fourth, I think they're going to make it still like a very safe district. I'm going to put it as likely blue for now. Same with New York's third, being a bit cautious in both of these ratings. New York's second, it's going to take all the Republican parts of Long Island and just to a safe Republican district. And Garbarino, even if he's in a lean R district, he'll still be able to win by a safe Republican margin. He's just a very popular representative here. New York's force with Leilota. I've seen them drawing maps, making this a likely blue district. So he's in quite for the uphill battle here, but I think they're going to grow aggressive on Long Island, and they're going to draw this as a likely blue district or so. New York 17th. I also see the maps here, just drawing it as a safe blue district. So I'm going to put this as likely blue for now, but I think Lawler is in serious trouble here with being drawn out. With the 19th district, I think they're going to go a bit safer at upstate because it's a lot less room to work with. I think they'll probably draw this district to be the Republican pack. They'll take the Republican parts of 22 and 18 and just make the 22nd and 18th into likely blue ones. I think they'll play it a bit safe here, give the Republicans an extra district here. But still, it's only 5 Republican seats in Long Island. They pretty much got rid of like nearly half of them or more than half. So they still axed a lot of Republican districts in the state of New York. So going to the Midwest here, let's just rank a bunch of them. Iowa, third. I don't think the Democrats are favored to win. Illinois, 17th. I think the Democrats are definitely favored to win. Wisconsin, third, will be a bit more competitive than likely. Same with Minnesota, second. I would put this as lean blue. Don Bacon's district, he's won competitive elections before, but 2024 will be pretty tough for him to win, especially with Biden on the ballot. But I think he'll be able to pull it off narrowly, just because Biden's really underperforming Trump right now. So I have this as a lean Republican district. Montana's first will be a bit more competitive than usual. John Tester definitely boost Democratic turnout here, but not enough to flip the district. Alaska with Mary Patola. She's a very popular Democrat in this district. I have her winning by a lean blue margin or so. Ranked choice voting will definitely help her out here. Same with Maine second. Ranked choice voting will definitely help out Jared Golden. I still think he wins, even with him being in favor of banning assault weapons. And that definitely will probably hurt him in Maine second. I still think he's favored to win here. In the Connecticut's 5th district, I have this as a lean blue seat or so. Again, down ballot, this seat's actually quite competitive. So even though it's such a Biden one seat by 10 points, it's just a lot more Republican down ballot. And it's the one competitive seat in Connecticut. Colorado has 2 competitive seats. Colorado's 8th. I think the Democrats are quite favored to win. And with Boebert, there's a Libertarian running in this district. It's a trending blue district. I think she's in for quite some trouble here. And Trump's just, even if he's on the ballot in Colorado, he's definitely going to do worse than he did last time, just because of how much Colorado's shifting left. So I have this as a lean blue seat. They're going to actually put money in the challenger against her this time, like they didn't do last time. In New Mexico, second, I still have this as a lean blue seat. They've done a pretty successful gerrymander, the Democrats in this state. Same with Nevada. I have Nevada's third as lean blue. Going into Arizona, these 2 competitive districts, I think Cisco Maney, he holds on. It's a narrowly one Biden district. But again, Biden's underperforming in Arizona's polling. So again, if it's even a competitive race, even if it's tilt blue, I still think Cisco Manny would definitely win here. Swihart, on the other hand, I think is actually favored to lose. Again, this seat, again, this was very competitive back in 2022 when it wasn't expected to be competitive like at all. I had this as like lean or likely Republican. So again, he has a history of underperforming in elections. He definitely underperformed in 2022. So in a higher turnout year, especially in 2024 with higher Democratic turnout, I think he's actually favored to lose. So Oregon's 5th district, it'll be a very competitive race, even though it's a rematch. I think with higher Democratic turnout, it's in a likely blue Biden seat. I think the Democrats will be able to narrowly flip this district back into Democratic hands. Washington 3rd, it's also going to be a rematch between Marie Perez and Joe Kent, and Joe Kent's just a terrible candidate. I still think he's going to lose here. Marie Perez has done a pretty good job at branding herself as a blue dog Democrat. She'll definitely be able to hold on here. In California, I have a bunch of competitive districts. We're going to look at Los Angeles first. I have Los Angeles, California 45 as a Lane R district. Again, it's in a Republican trending area, so I do think the Republican will be able to hold on here in this blue district. 41st district, even though it's Democratic trending slowly, I still think Republicans will be able to hold on here. It's a narrowly Trump won district, but Trump's doing a bit better in California polling than he was before. So that's my reasoning for that. 47th district will definitely be one of the more competitive ones, but I still think Democrats will pretty much hold on in that district. In the 27th, Mike Garcia has a history of outperforming expectations here. So I do think he'll still be able to hold on here by a narrow Republican margin. He has a pretty good chance at winning here, just with the independents, which he typically wins over in this district. So the 13th and 22, these were very low turnout elections. Republicans only won just due to that fact. John Duterte is probably definitely going to lose here. Valadeo will be one of the more competitive ones, but I think Democrats are favored to pick up this seat with higher Democratic turnout. Even if they do a little bit worse in California's presidential election, they'll still get higher turnout in the general. Then we're done with the West Coast. Now we just have the Midwest and Virginia and New Jersey. So let's go take a look at New Jersey. So the 7th district, Tom Keene, his family has a legacy in New Jersey. I still think he'll hold on in this district, still making it a very competitive House battle. So Virginia. Again, we have a few retirements here. I think Spanberger's old district is lean blue, while the 2nd district, Republican Congresswoman, I think she holds on here just due to incumbency advantage. The 10th will be a bit more competitive than usually is, but again, it's such a Biden won district. Democrats are the huge favorites to win there. So House control is getting very, very close. In Michigan. So Michigan's 10th district with John James, he's a pretty strong candidate. I think he holds on here. The 8th district, it's going to be very competitive, but knowing how the Republican Party in Michigan always likes to drop the ball, I think Democrats are still favored to win in this district. However, with the House generic ballot being so close in Michigan's 7th district, I would have this as a Republican flip just because it's an open seat right now. Generic ballot's very close. I think Republicans could very well win this seat. Let's see. Pennsylvania. We got 3 competitive House seats here. The first is probably going to be likely Republican. I think Fitzpatrick holds on that primary challenge. Chris Deluzzo, he's a very populist Democrat. I think he holds on here by a likely blue margin. The 10th district, PA 10th, it's a Democratic trending area, so I have this as a lean Republican seat. The 8th and the 7th, I think Cartwright will still be able to win here. I mean, he was able to win re-election when Hillary Clinton lost this state. So even if Biden's losing PA, I still think he'll be able to narrowly hold on here. But he could very well lose this seat. It's a very close district, I would say. Same with Susan Wild, but I still think she'd be able to narrowly hold on here, even in a Republican victory. So again, these two could flip, possibly. I mean, some predictions, I wouldn't even say that it'll be like wrong to put them as a flip because I think that these two seats will be the more competitive seats in the House, probably maybe even controlling House control in 2024. Which seats we have remaining? Ohio. So Ohio's keeping its current congressional map. Ohio 9th is seeing a rematch between Marcy Kaptur and J.R. Majewski, and Majewski is a terrible candidate. He lost in a landslide back in 2022, and he'll probably lose by a pretty big margin next time around. I might even put it as likely blue in the future, but for now I'm putting it as lean. So the 13th district, it'll definitely be very competitive. It's dependent on how much Biden loses Ohio by, but I still think Democrats are narrowly favored in this district, so I have this as a lean blue district. So let's take a zoom out of the whole map. So 22 or 222 Democrats versus 213 Republicans. Republicans could win the House map. They are leading a bit in some of those generic ballot polls. But again, this is a state by state map. Like we saw in 2022, the Democrats actually could have won the House without even winning the House popular vote. So Democrats are still very much in this, even if they're behind, and I still think they're quite the favorites, especially with that ruling in New York, which turned it into a Democratic gerrymander. This makes the House map so much harder for Republicans to win. They have to run the table on the toss-up seats. But for now, Democrats have a lot of strong incumbents in those seats that won in close elections back in 2022. I think they'll probably be able to do it again. So I think we're kind of favored for like a 55% chance at the Democratic House in 2024 if I were to put probability on it. Other than that, if you disagree with this map, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, any video recommendation ideas, I'll totally take those into consideration. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.